Okay, today on Alchemical Life, well, I'm doing another chem knowledge video. In this video I'm going to be doing copper to chloride. As you can see right here, I have my big bundle of papers right here that I prepared. But I'm not going to go through them all, because that's actually for a class science project. It's pretty cool. And this is actually a wiki sheet, if you couldn't tell, it's actually a wiki sheet. But I went on Word and edited some, not very much. I just put some content of reactions and stuff into it. But that's it. So copper chloride is the chemical compound with formula CuCl. CuCl. 2. I knew it had 2 in it because it's copper 2 chloride, copper 2 chloride. This is a light brown solid, which I don't have the solid compound. I don't feel like making it. Which slowly absorbs moisture, meaning it's hyperscopic. Hyperscopic. I think it's one of those two. And it forms a green dihydrate. The copper 2 chloride are some of the most common copper 2 compounds after copper sulfate. Copper sulfate, a couple videos after my other videos. And here are just a couple pictures so you know what they look like. So there you go. Those are like what they look like. The structure is actually this. Anhydrous copper chloride adopts a distorted cadmium iodide structure. It is modif. The copper centers a octahedral. Don't know what that means, and I didn't get the time to get that out. So I'm gonna move on to the next page. It's actually quite windy outside today, so now I'm gonna have to be careful whenever I'm doing my experiments, because toxic gases are evolved. Preparation and reactions. See, center begins surrounded by two. Wrong paragraph. I'm sorry. Copper 2 chloride is a pigment of historical interest. CuCl2, 2 and 2H2O was used in the first electron pigment. Resonance measured by. I think that guy's like Japanese or something. I really can't read. Don't know that guy's name, but as you can see, the guy's name is right there. In 1944. Aqueous solutions prepared from copper 2 chloride contains a range of copper 2 complexes depending on concentration, temperature, and presence of additional copper chloride ions. These species include blue color of CuH2O6, plus 2 oxidation state. I think that is what it is. Not 100% sure. And yellow or red color of halide complex of the formula CuCl2 plus X to the fourth something. I forget what those are called, but hey, just got done taking tests. I hate tests, so I'll have to deal with not knowing what it is again. But I remember learning it a couple years ago. It reacts with HCl or other chloride sources to form complex ions. The red CuCl3, and the yellow CuCl4, 2 to the 5th enclosure in brackets, which I forget what that is. There it is. CuCl2 plus 2Cl equals CuCl3 plus Cl that thingy mabob, I forget what that's called too, and CuCl to the second negative, or something like that. And again, I'm not good at this. I'm more good with figuring out things with chemistry, and I'm more into physics than chemistry, but chemistry is quite interesting. Copper 2 hydroxide precipitates upon treating copper 2 chloride solutions with base CuCl2 plus 2NaOH yields you CuOH2 plus 2NaCl, or sodium chloride. And I'm just going to go over a couple things real quick. And I'm 5 minutes in. So yeah. And I'm just going to go over through the preparation, which I have on my sheet, but I'm not going to go through my sheet. I have my two compounds. I have hydrochloric acid and copper carbonate. This is about almost a gram. Didn't really weigh this out because it's for demonstration purposes. And I'm just going to add it in. And you can see the copper chloride is now being made. And I'm just going to let that go through and put up my papers. And I'm making this for a reason. It's for what the periodic table videos did. I take none at all, I'm trying to find the word for it. I take no actions, or I did not make this. It was actually the professor's experiment that he did. I will put a link in the description or somewhere around here, and I'll be doing the experiment. So now that I have a copper chloride solution, I will add the copper chloride to that. And toxic gases are evolved, but then it is eaten away and copper is formed, as you can see right here. Now I'm going to get another sheet of this and do what the professor did and fold it up. Put it in there and add this to it. And why not try lighting it on fire? Because there is hydrogen, I think it's hydrogen being involved. So yeah, now that we got that, I'm going to go to another experiment. Let me add the rest of my copper carbonate to this solution real quick, because this wasn't a very concentrated solution. But hey, okay, now I'm going to add some aluminum to it, which will be right now, and I will get a reaction like you saw last time, and I'm going to let it fill up with gas so it can actually explode on me. And the word explode, you probably now finally guessed what I'm going to do. Light it on fire, which you might be able to see in there. Nope, didn't. There we go. Now there is actually a sodium flame in there for some reason. There was a very beautiful blue flame in there at first, but there's now a sodium flame. I was actually hoping nobody got the blue flame, but there is probably sodium contamination around the side of the flask. But as I'm showing, that the gases that come off this are very flammable. And, yeah. Now I'm just going to let this go on till the reaction is done. And I will go over what's happening. Oh, by the way, there's copper at the bottom. So let me pull out my pages and get to the reactions. My handwriting isn't too good, and that is getting very, very hot. Oh, look, you can see some copper chloride that actually formed right here on the side from where it's spilled. But you have two aluminum, which is your aluminum, which is in solid phase, which when you add the copper chloride to it, which would be aqueous or a liquid or dissolved inside in water or your solvent. In my case, it is water. And let me catch this on fire again, so I'm not breathing in all this extremely toxic fumes. And I'll set that aside. And you'll get aluminum chloride, which will be in your aqueous, and you'll get your copper, which will be in your solid form. And the side reaction with water will be your aluminum, and you'll get water naturally as a vapor, and you'll get aluminum hydroxide, and you'll get hydrogen, which will be coming off as a gas. So, just showing you that. So yeah, these are pretty interesting reactions. I like doing these, and as you can see, that thing's quite covered in black, which actually should be copper. I'm not 100% sure, but if you can see that right there, that is copper. And you can see all my extension cords and stuff back there, as I am doing this outside and not in the lab due to my fume hood actually, no joke, blowing up. Like it literally went bang. I have a lot of stuff that goes bang in the lab for some reason. I plugged it in because it's homemade, and it blew a fuse and actually went boom and poof. So I'll have to replace the fume extractor, which won't be too cheap, but I'll get to replacing that. So thanks for watching. This is Alchemical Life signing out, and this is Chem Knowledge. See you guys later.